The Multiversus Alpha has been out for about a week now, and people have been going crazy over it. But one of the craziest things that has arisen from this alpha is a data mine that's been occurring and all the secrets that are being poured out into the public space because of these data miners, including what seems to be over 20 new characters that are going to be a part of Multiversus. Hey beautiful humans, I'm RidersDX, and today I have 23 brand new leaked characters that are going to be in Multiversus. And so I wanted to kind of talk about this because, 23 leaked characters, like that's a lot of information that's about to, really be unloaded to you. And so just a disclaimer, a lot of these characters I think have already been known for a while within the Multiversus community. It's just because of NDAs and such and Warner Brothers taking down anything that has anything to do with this topic. I've not really wanted to talk about this until now, but now that the alpha is out and NDAs are done and there seems to be a little bit more discussion surrounding this going out within the media outlets, I thought this would be a really perfect time to talk about this, especially since we have a bunch of pictures to go along with all these characters, or at least most of them anyway, that depict what they're going to look like in Multiversus potentially, because these renders that have been coming out for the game to promote the game have been pretty close to what we actually are getting within the game itself. And so I just think this is really interesting, especially because some of these character designs are pretty fascinating, I gotta say. And so obviously there's gonna be tons of spoilers within this video, so if you're not into that, then this is your chance to jump out of this video right now. But 3, 2, 1, we're jumping right into it. And so 23 brand new characters. We got this picture with all 23 characters listed on it, and so I'm just gonna go from left to right, top to bottom, and just list off all the characters in the franchises they come from. And so what we got here is Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. We also got Rick from Rick and Morty. We have LeBron James from Space Jam. I don't know how I feel about that one. Got Raven from Teen Titans. That is an amazing choice. I'm so happy to see that. Ooh, we have Marvin from Looney Tunes. That's a really interesting choice, but I'm not mad about that at all. We got Craig from Craig of the Creek. I've never seen that show, but I'm really glad to see some more Cartoon Network representation here. We've got Scooby-Doo. Where has Scooby-Doo been? I've literally been shouting, Scooby-Doo, where are you? This entire time while playing the alpha, so really glad to see Scooby-Doo is definitely going to make it in. We got the Joker from Batman. That's someone I actually would have expected to make it in over Harley, and so I'm glad to see the Joker in there because I think the Joker is going to be an epic character. There's just so many ideas you can have with the Joker here. We got Gizmo from the Gremlins. We got Morty from Rick and Morty as well. That's pretty cool. We've got Black Adam from Shazam. I think he has like a movie coming out, so that might be a reason why they put him in here. We got Poison Ivy from Batman. I'm actually a little bit surprised about that. I feel like of all the villains that you could have chosen in Batman, I'm really glad that it's Poison Ivy because Poison Ivy is just an epic villain. Got Static Shock from Static Shock, so that's really cool. We got Betelgeuse from Beetlejuice. I'm not too familiar with that person, unfortunately. We got the Wicked Witch from Wizard of Oz. Oh, such an iconic character. Really glad to see her here. We got the Hound from Game of Thrones. We've got Daenerys from Game of Thrones as well. We've got Eleven from Stranger Things. That's a really odd choice, actually. I don't think they're Warner Brothers, unless I'm wrong. It might be a third-party choice because I've heard that there was some third-party characters getting in here, but correct me if I'm wrong. But that's interesting. We've also got Legolas from Lord of the Rings. I really hope that's how you pronounce his name. I'm really sorry, Lord of the Rings fans, if I just butchered that. Then we've also got Emmett from the Lego movie. I think that's just a really nice character to balance things out. We've got Godzilla. That's amazing. And then we got two more custom characters from the Multiversus team. We've got a ninja and a brute. And the designs of these characters is really interesting as well. And so this is a really fascinating list overall. I really didn't know what to expect with Multiversus at this point. I feel like they were able to incorporate so many hard hitters with the initial roster, but they also incorporate some choices I was kind of surprised about. And so this really is just kind of like more of that vibe, to be honest. More characters I'm definitely familiar with, some fan favorites I'm really glad got in there, and also some odd choices that I'm just not as familiar with. That's just the thing with Warner Brothers in general, is that it just has so many different IPs spanning across so many different audiences that there was bound to be some things I like and some things that I don't like. So I really do appreciate that Warner Brothers really tried to kind of like reach their hands all across the Warner Brothers universe and try to include all these different characters from all these different mediums that they have. Although I kind of wish there was some more Cartoon Network representation, I'm not gonna lie, just because I'm a little selfish and I really want more Cartoon Network here. So would love to see characters like Courage the Cowardly Dog, Johnny Bravo, the Powerpuff Girls, Mordecai and Rigby from the regular show, Ed, Ed and Eddie, like so many great Cartoon Network shows that really deserve to be represented here. But this is a free-to-play game. I imagine they're going to continue updating it for years to come because that's how the game's going to make money, is through these updates and such. And so I'm hoping that still leaves the door open for the future in terms of these characters making it in. But let's talk a little bit about some of the designs that we're seeing here actually, because some of these are really interesting. I gotta say, I really like Gandalf's beard. I think that just looks great and really matches the Multiversus style. I'm assuming this is the Multiversus artwork. I know some of these are placeholders, so not all of these are going to be the Multiversus artwork that we're going to see. LeBron James looks, I don't know. LeBron James, I mean, I know he's a real like life person, so I get it. Like it wouldn't have been easy to put him in here, but they did a pretty good job with like the Game of Thrones characters and such. And so I don't know why LeBron James looks so wacky and such. I guess it matches the Looney Tunes feel of it, but I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of weird seeing LeBron James look like that. I'm not gonna lie. Really interested in seeing what kind of moves he has in particular. I suppose there are gonna be lots of basketball based moves, but who knows. Raven looks like a goddess here. She looks so good. I mean, honestly, Raven, she looks a little bit different than what we're used to from the show, but still, I'm really glad they chose this Raven and not the Teen Titans Go Raven, because that would have been just tragic. But I'm really glad to see Raven here being represented the way that we know and love her. So I'm really glad to see her looking like this. And Marvin looks pretty solid too, actually. He's got a great little look to him. He looks pretty much like his Looney Tunes counterpart, but with a greedy-ish effect to him, so not much to say about that. I don't know. I feel like Craig looks kind of creepy. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like Craig just doesn't look right here. But I mean, it is Craig, like don't get me wrong, but his eyes just look so like Looney Tunes-like, but in a creepy way, so I don't know. I'm not too familiar with how Poison Ivy looks like. I'm more so familiar with how she looks in like the Batman Arkham games, to be honest, but Poison Ivy looks a little bit more cartoonish here than I'm typically used to looking at her as, but I think it fits the style of this game overall, so I think that's totally fine. And yeah, pretty much everyone else looks pretty solid for the most part. Like I really don't have anything else to say about most of these people. Like I'm not as familiar with all of these characters, unfortunately, so it's hard for me to comment on a lot of them, but overall everyone looks pretty solid. I can definitely tell some of these artworks are like placeholders. Like obviously Scooby-Doo's is from the Scoob movie, so we don't really know what he's gonna look like, but if he looks anything like Shaggy and Velma, then I think we're in good hands over here. But yeah, overall, the character roster, it's kind of crazy. It's pretty diverse, and I'm really glad to see so much different representation over here. So really glad to see Multiversus really reel in all those different kinds of characters from different places. But I definitely am selfish and hoping for some more Cartoon Network representation here, or even some more Looney Tunes representation, to be honest. Like where's Daffy Duck? Where's Yosemite Sam? So many characters I want to see in here, but I know that it's not like realistic. But definitely let me know what you think about the characters here. Which ones you like, which ones you not like. Let me know why not. Let me know what characters you want to see in Multiversus that you have not seen in this list yet. I really would love to hear those thoughts. Feel free to check out this video while I learn about my overall thoughts about the alpha. I have a lot of different thoughts, including one thought that I'm not so fond about and one thought that I'm not really sure about, so definitely check that out if you like. A special shout out to my patrons, Team Route with Sonic Gamer, Andrew Coughlin, Trash Q, and Claw84. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. This is Riders, riding out.